Jesus Christ. What's the motherfucking deal? It's your boy Ed Honcho, man. Welcome to the Den. If you're not familiar with the Den is the best conversation on the internet. I apologize for the slight delay. Had a last minute issue I had to take care of. Took me just a few minutes longer than I anticipated. The Den, where we talk about any and everything and anything. Tonight we're going to briefly, and I mean briefly, speak on the Grammys, because I didn't watch that shit. I'll be honest. I just wanted to, I'm kind of wanted to clickbait a little bit. I ain't going to lie. A little bit of clickbait, a little bit of award hate, shit like that. But before we get to talking about the goddamn Grammys, we got to talk about, something that's like a personal award to me every time we go live and you guys show up, and that's you, friends in the Den. You guys are the real award. What's the motherfucker? We go see who we got. What friends in the Den are joining us this evening, man, and we're going to talk about some shit, man. We got plenty to talk about. Vincent, Dr. Rabbit, Baker Man, what's the motherfucking deal? Wise, what's the motherfucking deal? Vici, what's the motherfucking deal? Jay Dizzle. Heidi. Heidi, fighting for that number one spot, huh? Women always trying to be on top. Can't give them nothing. What's the motherfucking deal? Tina S., what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. Tina S., you're an Edman fan? Okay. J-Bird, what's the motherfucking deal? Eastside Hero, what's good? What's the motherfucking deal? I hope all of y'all are doing well this evening. I hope everybody's having a merry old time, even though it's, it's definitely not the holiday season. So, again, like I said, so much to talk about, kind of. And I guess I just had to talk about the Grammys because, like I say, as I'm working on my growth for the Den, the Dizzy. I guess you got to talk about certain things that are happening, and the Grammys is one of them. No, I did not watch. I never watch award shows, and I guess they're cool, but it's not like the people really get to. I said Edman called the Den. Well, you're not a fan of his call. I mean, you have to be a fan of his calls, or maybe they're very entertaining. If you want him to call, I'm sure Edman will call. What's today? Monday. He got, he might be in training for his game. He got to get his endurance up for tomorrow, mañana. We're gonna all pull up. Friends of the Den gonna all pull up to U of H and go watch Edman hoop. We're just gonna do it secretly. We're just gonna all sit like randomly throughout the stand, so we just look like casual observers. And then once he hits a big shot, we're gonna cheer for him. Let me do this little dilly dally quickly. But again, man, I'm glad all of you could join this evening. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. But do I watch Bert Kreischer? No, I don't. I'm not sure who that is. But the Grammys. And the only thing I know about the Grammys, honestly, the only thing I fucking know about the entire Grammys was that Cardiac beat my boy Neighborhood Nip. The Neighborhood Hoe beat Neighborhood Nip. And I'm highly upset about that. And again, I guess I'm biased. I never listened to any Cardiac's music. I don't have the urge to want to. But my thing about Cardiac is, I have this belief about a woman who can't just keep her tongue. I guess a dude too. I don't know. That's weird. I don't know. I've never thought about it like that. But Cardiac can't keep her fucking tongue in her mouth. Like every picture I've ever seen of this chick, she's sticking her tongue out. And I'll be honest, she's not that attractive. Like, I don't know what to do, man. Cardi fine. Cardi looks like a tranny. Okay? And I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't know if I'm insulting Cardi or if I'm insulting trannies or if I'm insulting anybody by saying that. But Cardi is not attractive. Like, you can throw a load of makeup on anything and make it resemble something. But I'm going to be honest. She is not all that. She seems like an annoying person to be around. She would get you beat up with about. I believe she looked like a bitch that yells a lot. Like, I wonder how dysfunctional Offset's situation was growing up to want to be around a broad like that. But again, to each your own. I can't diss any man. That's his wife. I probably shouldn't be talking too bad about her, but I can honestly say I am not a fan in any fashion or way. McFitz, what's the motherfucking deal? Make sure you get a shout out. And Beyond a Funny Nigga, what's the motherfucking deal? But yeah, she's Cool and Ver, what's the motherfucking deal? Debo, what's the motherfucking deal? Yeah, man, like, terrible. Just terrible. Like I say, and I hate female rappers that like try to do the deep voice. Like, come on, you sound like a whole fucking little 13-year-old dude. Like one fucking song you halfway sounding feminine, and the other one I'm trying to rap like this. It's like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I hate when the other stripper looking chick do the thing. Sean Stacy, what's the motherfucking deal, Sean Stacy? Glad you could join us. Welcome to the den, where the conversation is free. Don't be offended. We're all friends in the den. All opinions are welcome. I'm glad you could join us. But yeah, cardiovascular, I'm just not a fan because, I don't know. It's just like people are trying to promote her like she is the representation of the new women's movement. If that's what American women are looking up to, if that's what American women want to represent them, then they're much worse off than I imagined. But Cardi Minaj. Yeah, Nicki Minaj, that's the other one. Man, fucking yeah, y'all want no smoke. Chris Brown, I seen that shit. Chris Brown fucking, charge that nigga up. That nigga ain't, I'm questioning the legitimacy of some of these Migos sometimes, some things I've seen, because who else was the other one that punked him? Was Offset got punked by Sauce Walker? It's one of those, man. But all of them, I said Cardi stands might just be just as bad. But my thing is this. I apologize, y'all. I was definitely late getting the proper promotions on the proper channel. So just give me like 3 seconds. 2, 1. I'm late as always. But no, the thing is, like, it's all bad to me, what is represented for females nowadays is terrible. And again, if you look at a certain way for dudes, it's not too much better. But I think you just have to find like the artists that are pushed to the forefront is definitely different. Women are more self-degrading, it seems, than men are towards women. It's like you don't really have to call them hoes or anything like that. They're embracing that role. They call it sexual liberation or whatever you want to identify it as. But I don't quite think that's necessarily the case, man. I think that it's selling a bad message to the young girls because, one, you got young girls, they grow up playing with Barbies and toys and dolls. Then they start looking at these women who look like, and I think there can be a difficult transition there, wearing all this crazy makeup and all this other stuff. But to each his own. Some people like that. Obviously, some guys like that because they're, they promoting it. But I just think it's a bad look. I think it's a bad look. All they care about is money. And I agree, man. He said Chris Brown and Migos would have a sissy fight. Heidi needs twerk lessons. Yes, Jay Dizzle. She does definitely need some lessons. Cardi's spokesman for the whole country. And that's what I'm saying. Like, are there more hoes than we realize? Because Cardi's like the #1 female artist. So do women support like Hoda more than we realize? Or is there a lot of that kind of flamboyant gay culture? Because here's the thing I talk about, there's differences in everything. You have, I talk about, you got black people, you got niggas, you got white folks, you got crackers, you got Mexicans, you got what do you call them, spics. You got gays, you got fags. You got like, I don't label everybody as everything. Like, I think there's a difference. And so some of y'all are new, maybe like, whoa, what is he saying? You got to understand the way I look at shit. You got to understand the way I say things around here if you're new to this. I think that there's always like two segments of type of people. Yeah, you got lesbians and you got dykes. You got, you know, whatever. It's when they're overly aggressive and overdoing it and trying to force something on someone else that really isn't what it is. But you know, I was talking about three types of ladies, and you have ladies, you have hoes, and you have bitches. I love the ladies. I like bitches. I really do like bitches. I hate bitches. I like hoes. I really like hoes. But I hate bitches. So I think that you got to look at it like that. And so I think more of that flamboyant, over the top gay culture gets behind these women because they look like a lot of these. You know what I'm saying? There's more hoes than I realized. I think I knew it. I think I just didn't want to believe it. I'm going to put it on it. I got you, man. I'm going to put it on the shirt. I'm going to drop it. Bitches and hoes. No. There's a difference. Oh, you weren't here for that conversation. Okay. Well, bitches want to be hoes, but don't want that identity. So they want to have the whole lifestyle, but they want to be viewed as a lady. Okay. Ladies carry themselves top notch. I'm not saying that they don't have sex. I'm not saying that they don't do this, but they carry themselves a certain way in public, and they're true to their image. And then we have, you know, when they wait for the screen up there. And behind the scenes, they may be with a certain guy, and that's what they're true to. Hoes embrace their sexuality. They're open with their sexuality. Just Sarah, what's the motherfucking deal? Always good to see Just Sarah. Glad. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. But hoes embrace their sexuality. They're open with their sexuality. Hoes are some of the most honest people that you're ever going to meet. They're true to who they are. And that's the difference between a hoe. Like a hoe is honest. If she's fucking, she's going to tell you she fucking. Don't mean you going to get the fuck, but if she's fucking, she'll be straight up about it. She's not hiding it. She's not, you know, trying to brush it under the rug. But a bitch has hoe tendencies, but doesn't want to be labeled as that. A bitch she'll try to carry herself as a lady. She'll do hoe-like things, but if you call her out on her hoe-like activities, then, you know, she'll flip the script. A lot of these women that you see that throw these football players, these celebrities under the bus when these guys really didn't do anything, those are more in the bitch category, not necessarily the hoe category. You know, the ones who try to use leverage in certain situations, or, you know, false rapes and things like that. Those are more your bitches. Hoes, they're like, yeah, I fucked, and it is what it is. I got paid for it, or I enjoyed it, or whatever the fuck the hoe wants out of it. But a bitch is the one who's going to say, you know, she's going to make something up. And that's what I say. I love ladies. I really like hoes. I do. I like hoes. I have no problem with hoes. But Purvis Young, what's the motherfucking deal? You're the newest friend in the den. Nessa, who is Nessa? I'm not sure. Like, man, just speaking of things, music related stories. Oh, buddy, I don't know how old some of y'all are. Some of y'all are like, you know, my age. Here, I can wave at the screen for Heidi. AJ used to have the dreads. Okay, yeah, okay, definitely. AJ, that a bride jumper. I'm not sure what that means. If you could explain that for me, I'd appreciate that. Yeah, AJ from 106, 106 in NARC. Out there getting hit with the fucking sexual charges, the sexual allegations that he was harassing. I believe it, because he was harassing fucking Free, and I didn't like it. Okay, I had to sit there every day and watch that old simp ass nigga, and I didn't like what I was seeing. Okay, made me upset. I want to whoop that nigga for about, I don't know how long I was watching. I don't think I watched it. I might have caught it like after it was on for maybe about a year, and I might have watched it for around. I watched 106 in Park, you know, around the time that Lil Flip had his little streaks going. So when he said like the two little couple of records, that's that's when I was fucking with 106 in Park. And probably shortly after that, I think probably about the time Waka was it Waka? might have came up, but that might have been. I don't think it was even Washington. I think I just saw him when he was talking about trying to tell motherfuckers to vote, and he ain't know what he was talking about. But yeah, it was a brief while. Like when Flip had, I think that Sunshine song had a run, and I don't know, was it This Is the Way We Ball? I don't know if it was This Is the Way We Ball that had it, but that's when I was watching 106 in Park. Now, not so much. I don't really tell like the Freestyle Fridays had the blind dude and Jen and all that. But anyway, that's another conversation. But yeah, AJ out there and got hit by like 3 chicks with some sexual harassment shit. So I think he does that extra show now. And so it's very, very interesting. What the fuck is going on with Jay-Z? Okay, like why all of a sudden this motherfucker done been a fade rocking motherfucker his whole life. Now this nigga done hit like 50. Now this nigga want to grow some dreadlocks and shit. Like this, you know, this is why I talk about celebrities who can't let go. Like, it's one thing I feel like, because you're like, well, Honcho, you got dreadlocks, so what are you saying? You're in your 30s. 1, fuck you for talking about me being in my 30s. 2, I've been growing my dreads since I was in my 20s. 3, Jay-Z has flipped his whole entire script to try to fucking, yeah, exactly, dreadlock powers activated. It helps him get younger. He gonna be in there smoking weed and shit. He gonna be trying to be cool. This nigga gonna be wearing skinny jeans and shit pretty soon. But with these celebrities, like once they start losing some of that pool that they have, you know, motherfuckers like start doing weird shit. But before I go further into this, make sure you guys are following the Den on all the proper socials. So just in case you need any updated information, Facebook.com/Den Show Live. Make sure you like the Facebook page. You can get the link to the Facebook group from there. Twitter and Instagram @Den Show Live. Try to keep everything the same so it's easy to remember. And all of you who have followed, join, you know, in the chat, all of the good stuff. I appreciate all of you. If you can still see me. All right, now that's going away. So, you know, Jay-Z, whatever. But here's my deal about Jay-Z, and here's something I don't think a lot of people recognize. You know, Jay needs the attention. Jay will never be able to fall back because Jay has made a bunch of business deals, and I respect anybody making moves, doing business. I'm not knocking that. I salute that. But what a lot of people don't realize, Jay-Z is just a front man for a lot of these businesses. He's a face for a lot of these businesses. And I've seen he's not getting money out of it because, yeah, he is, but he's just a face. And you realize he's done a lot of things, and a lot of them haven't been so successful. But he definitely brags on the things that he's won with. What a lot of people don't realize is Nas has been making buku bucks behind the scene, low-key investing. I think you want to say he started like an investment firm or something like that. But he's been investing in like a lot of these tech companies, you know, for the last few years. And he's been making big money. He's made over, well, his firm, I'm not gonna say him, but his little firm has made like over $1 billion within the last, I want to say, few years. Like made some smart moves. And Chameleonaire, smart moves, respectable shit. And that's what I don't understand why all these niggas, how you go broke. I don't understand these athletes and stuff. Like, you got money to make power plays, like to change the game. That's why I say it's hard for me to get behind a lot of this bullshit, because there's so much more you could do. But anyway, that's another story for another day, or probably later in the Den. But, you know, you don't hear Nas out there bragging a whole lot about this shit. You know what I mean? He's just low key with his shit. You know what I'm saying? Skinny jeans might as well be leggings. You don't really hear the braggadociousness from Nas. Nas is still doing his thing. You know, he's still touring. He's still bouncing around. Let me fix this over here. He's still bouncing around doing his thing, but yet, you know, you don't hear a lot. As a matter of fact, I think I've seen him when he was last in the city. So just odd stuff. But getting back to AJ out there sexually harassing. It's a no-no. It's a no-no, AJ. Don't you do it. But again, like I say, sometimes I question, sometimes I wonder, all these allegations. No, I know all the allegations are not true. But sometimes you just got to wonder. I don't know, he probably did that shit. Yeah, he probably did that shit. Heidi, he's a has-been. You would have had to been a part of the culture way back to really know. So don't even worry about all of it. The Googles might work though, or Wikipedia or something. AJ 106, yeah, that might get you where you need to go. AJ 106, yeah. The Kim Kardashian take. Ray J. Yes, that's what we're saying. Ray J, not AJ. Ray J. Kim K. Ray J. Man, I don't know. That Uzi might have Buddy B. That's why I say this new generation is just so far fetched. Young niggas be on some other shit. I don't even know where to go with it. Uzi and Young Thug and all this other weird shit. I don't even want to know what's happening with none of that shit. If Uzi Vert is number one on anything, erase your list, throw it in the trash, then take that trash can, pour some gasoline in it, set that bitch on fire. Then, while that trash can is burning, pour gasoline in the immediate vicinity of that trash can, make a little circle around yourself, and make sure you douse the rest of the room, and sit and wait. Just sit and wait. Lil Uzi is that's terrible. So it is what it is. It's not it's like don't try to don't stand for that's what he makes y'all think. Nobody makes you think they're gay just to be like fucking who's the other little dude, the little weirdo, wear the grandma earrings, put the curse on James Harden. Lil B. So Little B, can we trade Uzi to the A's? We ain't gonna get too much for her. They'll give us about 3 egg rolls and maybe, if we're lucky, some orange chicken. But my thing is, Lil B out there trying to get with the underage girls, like doing weird, like all these motherfuckers, they're weirdos. They do this weird shit to be weird, and it's not kosher. But getting back to the Grammys for just a bit, because I have to make it somewhat relevant to the conversation. And that is interesting. How what's her name beat Nipsey Hussle, because Nipsey Hussle had a great I listened to it today. Got me motivated. Got me thinking about some things today. That's what kind of just made me change the idea for the song. Like I was debating, I had been thinking about it back and forth. I'm like, no. And then I was listening to some old Victory Lap, and it was just like, you know what? Do it, work hard. Because I'll be honest, that with the sauce, for those of you who don't know, it's another channel I have where I talk sports. But because I was just sitting there thinking, I'm just like, man, I understand the pluses and minuses of this compared to, using it with the YouTube algorithm. And I've been just kind of looking at a lot of things, studying what changes have been made. They had an AMA the other day with some of the YouTube engineers, and they were talking about different things. And so I'm just like, man, it only makes sense. But, I'd have to split some things up, do some different kind of working. But I think ultimately it's the right thing to do. So, listen to Victory Lap. Just got me motivated, hey, put in a little bit more work. If it's what you're trying to get to, you'll make it shake. Puff Daddy and Birdman turned to, oh man, take that. Yeah, little Woody. It's a bad deal. Man. Like I said, me and the old lady been talking about a move. And, it's one of two things. Katie's in the mix, in the conversation. Pearland's in the conversation. Downtown is in the conversation, and a couple other locations, but I think one of those things is ideal. Where's Berkeley Boss? I need to get in touch with Berkeley Boss for the to get the real estate information to make the right move. But I see everybody holding it down to Katie. Like I might go to Katie, start the South Sports team. Oh man, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch really not a second of the Grammy. But J-Lo was representing Motown really. Wow, that is that's sad. I don't even want to say it's a shocker. That's just sad to me right now. I mean, but again, music, like what is music these days? Again, a lot of it is digital, digitally enhanced. It's nothing original. I'm actually baffled that you said that. I'm glad I didn't watch. So that's terrible, man. That's fucking terrible. It makes me proud of myself that I didn't fucking watch. Okay. So I definitely don't want to say Texas getting ruined by California for that. But yeah, and that's what I'm seeing a lot. You know, that's why Texas is definitely changing. I have to get on my old lady all the time for that shit. Hey, go back to California. Huh? Your liberal Hollywood ways. No, she ain't too bad. She's definitely she's, I guess, if there are good Californians, she all right. But she ain't been there in a while, so she's adapted. Say Mac 10. I'll have to check that out. And I'll be honest, like I listened to Back of the Gap. I fuck with a little bit of West Coast. But again, you know, it's always the South here, you know, so Scarface, you know, a lot more of the local shit, you know, me. We have a lot of Screw, Pokey, you know. Pokey was always, I think Pokey was one of the most underrated H-Town rappers. Did not get a lot of love. Lyric Northside, what's the deal, brother? You know, I'm gonna be honest. Like I was surprised that Flip made it big because, and this is why I don't really. That's why I don't really. You know, a lot of these rappers don't, because you know, Flip didn't have no street credit in Houston. Nobody was like, oh, Flip a gangster. Nobody ever said that. Flip was the leprechaun. Flip was the rapping little nigga who, you know, he was young. He was always, I'm only 18. That shit don't mean shit now. That nigga Flip was 18 for like 4 years. But, you know, and yeah, that's what's exactly. Who was it went hard on Flip? Flex, I think, went hard on Flip. But like I said, you know, like Zero, fucking, you know, like I say Pokey. You know, I used to fuck with, like I say Flex, like, what's his name? Who was it? Damn it, Youngster. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Boosie from the boot. Roman, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Good to see you. God damn. Oh, you gotta stay off the Pornhub. You know, you gotta go to Earth Hub, not the Pornhub. You know. Man, let me see. But it's about that time. So y'all gotta remind me when I be about 15, you know, maybe 20 minutes in, you know, we gotta open up the line, man. We gotta open up the line. I wanna know what's on your mind. Bow. Hold on, don't call in yet. Let me open this bitch up because it's not open. I just put the number up there because it's a long ass number for y'all to remember. All right, let me boot that bitch up. Hold up, let me boot that bitch up. All right, that's the remix. That's gonna be the next Grammy nominated song called "Boot That Bitch Up," the Denline. All right, cool, we Gucci. Denline is activated, so if you guys want to call in, if y'all want to talk about whatever, if you're want to talk about the Grammys, again, I don't know too much. I honestly didn't watch. All I know is I'm upset that my boy Nipsey Hussle didn't get the love he deserved. If you want to talk about, let me see. If you want to talk about, I see somebody calling. Why is it not coming through the dilly dally? Give me a second. It might be tripping. Sometimes that first call be tripping. Might have to redo the dilly dally. Man, yeah. Swisher House. Yeah, Swisher House went hard, you know. You know, why is it always that one guy from like every group that just tends to like carry the group? Swisher House had a couple of niggas that could rap, but Slim Thug had the work ethic. And I think that's what, you know, set him apart. Because it's not like Slim Thug is a lyrical mastermind. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in to the den this evening?
Man, it's your boy Roman.
Roman, what's the motherfucking deal, Roman? What you want to drop in the den tonight, man?
Man, like I said, first shout out to you, bro. But man, me, my sister, and my mom watched them Grammys last night, bro. And let me tell you how I feel about them Grammys, bro. You know, first of all, okay, I'm gonna just get the cat out the bag, bro. Let's talk about this Motown, Jennifer Lopez shit, bro. Let me tell you something. Motown was a black label. Let's be honest. Let's don't sugarcoat it here, bro. It was a black label. You know, I'm looking correctly. Motown only had one white artist, and she wasn't even white, and that's Tia Marie. You know, but she's such a legend in the black community that we know she was white, but we don't even count Tia Marie as white. You know, because her voice and how legendary she was. Like I said this before, she was fucking Rick James. You know she was with the shits, bro. So we know how crazy Rick James was. But, you know, think about it, Honcho. You had Fantasia there. You had Diana Ross. You had, who else was there? Charlie Wilson was there. You had Smokey Robinson was there. Why don't you bring up these black artists? And even if you don't want to use older black artists, you got the Ella Mai girl. You got the Andrew Day girl. You got other black artists that you could put up there because, like I said, Motown was a black label, bro. You telling me I'm supposed to believe Jennifer Lopez singing Papa Was a Rolling Stone? Temptations? Are you kidding me? Or her singing Jackson 5? Like, that don't make no sense. That's so disrespectful. No offense to no Latino in the den right now. But I'm just saying, bro. I feel like it's disrespectful to the culture because I don't think they would like Alicia Keys or Beyonce singing Selena. You get what I mean? I just feel like at that time, it is cultural. It was a black label. I'm sorry, bro. It was. I mean, you had the Barges, they was mixed, but the Barges was black. So, I mean, come on, bro. It was a black label with Marvin. I can go on. And Motown just paved the way for music that we listen to today, that all the soulful singers and just black artists today, it's paved the way. And you have J-Lo as the lead head to do it. You got her ass over there twerking and salsa dancing. Like, how disrespectful are you to black culture? I'm sorry. This ain't the Latino Grammys, bro. Why are you salsa dancing? The Motown didn't salsa dance. What is this? It's disrespectful, in my opinion. I feel like you have to have black artists up there talking about an all-black label in Motown. So that was the main part that pissed me off. But you have Cardi B winning, I think it was Album of the Year, which is so disrespectful. And you got my boy out there like J-Rock working hard in the paint with Kendrick, doing his job, and he can't get no award. He got one, but still, he worked hard, man. Listen to that whole album, bro. I've been looking at J-Rock for years, and just him not even get mentioned it's crazy, bro. It's like, I feel like the Grammys is not where it's at, man. I feel like the Grammys hide under diversity, but they're really pushing agendas. I feel like, they speak all about with diversity of races and colors and genders and sexual orientations, but I just feel like the underlying meaning is you're just pushing genders for people to go under that. Like, let me push my agenda, but disguise it as diversity. And I don't like people pushing their agendas, bro. I feel like I love diversity. I love all types of races and people, but bro, don't push agendas and disguise it as, cultural, or just, diversity of all. And I feel like that is. Like Lady Gaga weird ass. At the end, if you look at her, she just showing her eye, bro. Just showing the one eye like this Illuminati. Like, I don't play that shit. I'm a Christian, bro. I don't play that, And it's like, it's so many things. And just so many things. It's like, man, number one's boring. Number two, it's not interesting. And number three, it's just, wow. There's no point to watch the Grammys, bro. I was not entertained. They had me after they disrespected Motown, bro, and I know I had to go. Roman rant. You already know what's coming, Honcho. I had to go into it real quick, but I feel like I said some points because, especially on the J-Lo Motown, I just felt like I was all the way disrespectful. Like I said, no disrespect to any Latinos, Mexicans, in the den. I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying. I felt like that was on her part. Why would you do that knowing that's going to cause backlash? And that goes on the Grammys. Why would you pick Jennifer Lopez out of all the people to do a Motown
That's wild.
tribute? It makes no sense. So that's all I got, Honcho. Well, before I go, well, how you feel, Honcho? You think I'm right? You disagree? Agree to anything I said?
No, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, like I said, I didn't get a chance to see it, but the fact that I'm glad you pointed out the J-Lo thing. That's terrible. And again, like I said, you have so many other options to, really represent the history. I understand diversity, but then there are divisions, again, everything can't be full of diversity. And I think some of these things, kind of like I said, I was mentioning earlier, some of these artists, I think they avoid doing certain things because of backlash. And then, some of these artists do incorporate or include or cater to more cultures, or what is it, the intersectionality within the music industry and things like that. And I think you got certain artists who don't follow completely along with that agenda, like you're saying, so they may mention them, just to kind of throw it out there to appease certain people, but there's no way they're going to win because, the backlash that's going to come from that. But that's crazy, man. I'm laughing about this song.
I agree. I mean, at the end of the day, Jennifer Lopez is just Jenny from the block. Okay, that's it.
J-Lo, I knew him when she was J-Ho.
Yeah. Let's we even talk about that, bro. I mean, why you don't have somebody like a Fantasia who never won a Grammy, but, Fantasia can blow, man. It's disrespectful, man. That's all I'm saying, man.
That's interesting. Man, Roman, you already know I appreciate the call, man, and I'm glad you pointed that out. Gave me some game on the Grammys. And I heard that this year was actually like one of the lowest rating. Like they said the fucking ratings are like declining rapidly. Like they said, hardly anybody.
It is. I mean, it's been trash. I mean, it's so sad. It's so sad when Alicia Keys was the best part of the show and she was the host. That's sad.
Damn. Yeah, I heard somebody, she played like two pianos at the same time or something.
Yes. And she did her songs and a couple other people's songs. That was the best part.
Interesting.
And then you had Diana Ross. She did her birthday thing, but she a legend, so Diana Ross only count. So it's just crazy, man. But I'm gonna hang up. I know other people want to talk, man. So it's your boy Roman, man. I'm out, man. I'll talk to you later, Honcho.
All right, man. Appreciate the call there, Roman, as always.
Anytime.
Already. Man, Alicia Keys can play two pianos at the same time. Imagine. Oh, wait. So anyway, like I was saying, the Grammys, man. The Grammys. Let me stop fucking around with y'all. I'll be like, that goddamn Honcho, he's a fucking pervert. But she has to be hella handy, right? I'm just saying, she has to be hella handy, if you know what I mean. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do you have calling in to the den this evening?
What's the mother effing deal? What's up, Honcho? This is Sarah.
Sarah, what's the motherfucking, man, that's what's happening. What's up, Sarah? How are you doing this evening? What would you like to drop into the den? I mean, I'm glad you called.
I just want to tie up the line so that, what's that guy that called like 3 times last night?
Oh, Edman.
Yeah, so Edmund can't get through.
Well, that's what's up. That's what's happening. Man.
I do. Well, I just wanted to say hi, Haiti and Vincent and Devo and Craig. I was just calling to say hey to everybody, and my son D-Lo just popped up. I guess he was still asleep from yesterday. But, all right, just calling, showing some love, tying up the line so the other guy won't call.
Man, Sarah, I sincerely appreciate it. Glad to finally hear your voice, and make sure you call in more often. I'm sure that everyone and all the friends in the den would love to hear it.
Okay. And I'm waiting for my husband to lose a bet with that. He's still oblivious. He still believes that Jussie was set up.
Yeah, it's
so we bet $50. He said that Jussie is telling the truth, that he was set up, and I bet him $50 that is BS. So once I get that half, it's going for the den.
Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. It's gonna come out real soon because what I'm seeing, and I've been kind of reading that they're saying like behind the scenes, the Chicago police feel like they know it's bullshit, but because of all the nuances with him being who he is, yeah, and that could come from it, they're just kind of, I guess, waiting for something more solid. But yeah, it's you definitely gonna win that one. Hands down.
For real.
All right. Well, I appreciate you.
All right, Honcho.
All right, thank you for your
All righty then. Okay, love you guys. Bye.
Man, that is what's up, man. Shout out to Jess Sarah. I appreciate the call. That's what I'm talking about. See, Lance, look, I'm gonna start talking bad about some people now. Jess Sarah, she has been relatively new to the den, and she called in and she expressed her opinions. Had a good little conversation. Some of y'all be acting like y'all afraid. Y'all be on the phone all day on the grams, on the Twitters, and all that other stuff. Y'all be acting like y'all afraid to call in. So what's up with that? What's up with that, friends in the den? Shout out to Jess Sarah. I appreciate that call. And we got to top the line to keep Ed Man from calling in with his relationship issues. That's funny. That's what's up. You say Hollywood ain't trying to be entertaining anymore. No, I mean, the thing about Hollywood is just it's crazy because everything's recycled. Everything is it's a lack of originality. Now it's just, hey, look at this new technology that we can use to put into movies. Now you got the Aladdin coming out with the blue fucking Will Smith. You know what I mean? Just there's nothing entertaining coming out of the music industry. Everything is being rehashed. And don't get me wrong, I'm a person that likes samples. I like, the classic samples, and actually not just rehashing the same music, but actually changing it up and, putting your own little twist to it. I don't mind that too much. But now you got motherfuckers that's just, cut and paste basically. And it's kind of sad. Like there is no creativity. There is no effort, it seems like. It seems like people they're just doing whatever. And it's sad. It really is sad, what's going on. You think Hollywood is about entertainment? I don't think they want to entertain anybody. I think Hollywood is about entertaining themselves. Hey, look at this cool thing we can do. This movie made a lot of money. Let's make a sequel. And so I think that it's a lot of it is bullshit, man. And I find that very unfortunate. But I find it very unfortunate that what happened to creativity, So I need to get on Heidi. Heidi has had a pass. I got to put an expiration date on her pass, though. You know what I'm saying? Because the reason why I have to put an expiration date on her pass is because there are no excuses. All right. She claims the Schwarzenegger voice, but yet most of you have seen or heard the Snapchats where she's abusing British people for their attempts to speak German. So I think that she needs to call in. So there's that. Yes, I took the bait. I cooked the bait, and then I don't know what happened to the bait after that. But I was gonna say something else, but I stopped right there before I went too far. So yes, Heidi is on the clock. The Texans will be on the clock before Heidi's on the clock. She ain't gonna ever call in. So there's that. What a guest spot. How well does Google Translate work in real time? How insulting. Y'all just gonna let her talk to y'all like that? That y'all a lowly call? She called y'all lowly. I can't believe this. I'm sipping the tea. But, getting back to the hey, Edman has high standards. Okay, he he doesn't like used goods. But my thing is this though, Hollywood, the music industry, entertainment industry, period. And I think that's why, things like this, like streaming, the different forms of YouTube stuff that is going on, or Facebook, whatever, like all kind of mobile. The fact that people can create their own things, and you see these odd forms of entertainment. Of course, it's still through a screen, but you see these odd forms of entertainment that take off. You know what I'm saying? And people gravitate towards it because it's not that same bullshit Hollywood stuff. So I know that creativity exists. People want creativity, but Hollywood, it's about the money machine. And I understand it's a business when you're investing millions of dollars into a film, but they're so concerned with making the money that they overlook creativity. And I'm sure it's presented to them all the time. But now with more and more people taking matters into their own hands, it's very interesting. I do need to make some Den merch. I just have the regular Den. I have this mug. I don't even think that this mug is even available anymore. But I have this mug. I have the Den shirt. But I do got to do some of the phrases because I have the website is finally up because all the stuff is at staysaucy.com. So from all the channels, the fucking Honcho hats, some other stuff. I had some baby clothes, but I just got a message that the baby clothes, they're going to be discontinued. So I got to make sure I take that off of there. But if you go to staysaucy.com, that's where I have a couple of channels. And so I put all my merch on one website. But you can find Den stuff there. You can find the Honcho stuff there. And for those of you who watch Sauce Sports, you can find the Sauce merch there. I guess I should probably announce that more often. But I do need to put some more Den stuff in there. I got shirts I've been supposed to put in there from some of the sayings and stuff like that. So I gotta make that happen. Oh yes, the Ezekiel Elliott Sauce Sports shirt. That's what I'm gonna do. That's when I start getting more women watching Sauce Sports, and I'm gonna start giving away more Sauce Sports ladies merch. Damn, that's right. I guess that helps. I'll put the link in the description. That makes all the sense in the world. Because they actually have sports bras there too. That's when I know I've made it. When I can get a woman to rock some type of either the Den, the Honcho, or Sauce Sports bra, then I'm official like a referee whistle. And honestly, I'm pretty sure it's a lot easier than I'm making it seem. But you know. Let me put that in there real quick though. So where are we at live right now? And okay, here we go. Sure it's saved. All right, there we go. Cool. So again, exit that out. So again, all of you, and again, and I know sometimes there are some new folks who kind of sit behind in the chat and they lurk and they listen. You guys are all more than welcome to join the conversation. I don't want anyone to ever feel like they have to be nervous. We're a very welcoming crew. The friends in the Den, because again, like I say, and some of you, hold up, my DJ headphones falling off. Let me scratch the record. No, but some of you I know are relatively new, and y'all have fit right in. And I just say shout out to all of y'all. I appreciate y'all again. Nobody bites except Heidi a little bit. She's kind of untrained, but you know, we're doing our best to work on her. I don't know if that sounded right or not, but anyway. So, now she got VG talking in German and stuff. I don't even know what's happening. But yeah, the link should be there. So typical Ed Man, meant to 60-year-old chick she got out. But yeah, definitely. That sounds like Ed Man. And that would be unfortunate if you ever did that. And that'd be bad. All right, D-Love, man. Appreciate you falling through. You know, coming through and showing some love. Man, get you some rest and do what you got to do. No, Kenneth pulled up and saw sports today. I forgot what he was talking about. But he was there. He said, rest in peace, Whitney Houston, 2012 Grammy Award sacrifice. Whitney Houston, did she die around the Grammys? Did she die at the Grammys? Where did Whitney die? Was that a Grammy situation? Or was that a random drug occurrence? Was it around the Grammys time that happened? I can't even really recall. I just remember it being a fucked up situation. She died in a tub, didn't she? Man, they need Den chips. Well, I got Den chips. I don't know about y'all. I got some chips. They're like right there. I'm looking. I actually want to eat some on the goddamn stream, but it would be very rude of me. But I'm looking at them. I've definitely been tempted. I can sip the tea, but not eat the chips. But again, yeah, Whitney Houston was a sad situation. And who was the other one that died on the drugs? Winehouse, definitely was very interesting. Say Martin Luther King. Winehouse, yeah, Winehouse was very interesting. I mean, she Amy Winehouse, her situation was similar to R. Kelly. Yes, she tried to tell y'all what was going on. Y'all ain't want to listen. You know, R. Kelly told y'all what he was up to. Y'all ain't want to listen. And now y'all mad at him. Amy Winehouse told you what was up. She wasn't lying. She was telling y'all. I was like, no, I ain't going. So they try to get on her intervention. She wasn't with the shit. And it's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. But but some her and her daughter, man, I forgot her daughter died too. That was a weird one. They tried to blame the little boyfriend or something. What if the boyfriend killed both of them? That is crazy. That is crazy. Man, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Real Housewives of anything, but damn, they still got how many of the episodes was there of Survivor North Carolina? But the Real Housewives, that shit is so terrible because here's the thing. Like them shows like Basketball Wives, Real Housewives, all of that shit. Like half of them motherfuckers ain't nobody wife. That's what I don't understand. So Post Malone, Travis, and Cardi were all up for the best like album of the year or best rap album. Yeah, I don't know, Heidi. I'm gonna say you forced that one a little bit. Not one of your better ones. Like you put up a so-called MVP performance last night. I'm gonna say I don't know about tonight. Shout out to James Harden for keeping the streak going. But those Real Housewives shows, again, like I say, reality TV, man, it's terrible. It's terrible. Oh yeah, I'm watching Bad Boys 3. Even though I know it's a terrible Hollywood ploy with another bullshit ass sequel that's not gonna be good, I'm gonna watch it just because I'm a Martin Lawrence fan. So anything my boy Martin in, I'm gonna try to support it. I watched fucking Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins. Whew, that's terrible. But yeah, but like I said, most of them motherfuckers, they're not married. They're not really housewives. They're not, even if they are married, they're not housewives. They're out like working and I guess doing businesses or whatever they're trying to promote. And then the worst thing about it is like, that's not even the issue. Is that all these motherfuckers do is talk shit about each other. I'm gonna learn this English. I'm like, English is my second language, so I'm learning it. Just give me some time. English is my only language. But all they do is fucking argue, fight, and talk shit. It's like, this is some old high school shit. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like a lot of America, you know, because these shows get decent ratings and things, I guess. Like, how much of America is still in this high school mindset? Man, and that's terrible. That's why I say I hate it, and I agree with you, Vincent. Like, and this is why I say when I tell black folks and they get mad at me, that's when they start calling me coon and all this other shit. It's like, you got to stop supporting the bullshit. You know, you got to stop fucking with the bullshit. So they stop putting that out there because people get mad. Oh, well, you know, it's because entertainment, they do us like this. Well, obviously it's some niggas who willing to do that dumb shit. They're like willing to fucking act a fool. And then, you know, y'all supporting the shit by watching. I don't really like it, but well, then stop fucking watching that shit, man. Like, if you don't watch it, guess what? They not going to put that shit on there. If you start watching, if niggas by the millions start watching PBS documentaries about fucking Black Wall Street or some shit, guess what they gonna start fucking putting money behind? And then you gonna start seeing fucking Black Wall Street documentaries with fucking, you gonna look at these old vintage ass folks, they're gonna have iPads and shit and they shit, you know, they're gonna find a way to plug some shit. Coca-Cola gonna be all in there. Yes, before the bombs dropped, they were drinking Coca-Cola, proud sponsors of Black Wall Street. You know, like, if you watch trash, and what a lot of it is, and because we got so many people who love to watch trash TV, man, I'm gonna talk about that fucking Governor Northam shit and Fairfax too. A very interesting situation. But you know, if you stop watching that shit, they'll stop supporting that shit. You know, we talk about the rappers and all that other stuff. If you stop supporting all the trash shit, they'll stop doing that, man. And it is, and I'm pretty much like you. I'm pretty much like you, Mitch. Like Mick. YouTube on my TV, live sporting events. If like I say, the only time I'm cutting on the TV is if I'm watching a live sporting event. Honestly, I don't think I've cut. Like, and that's crazy because motherfucker paying for cable, and fucking have not watched it since I might have caught a Rockets game, but I think since the Texans' last playoff game, I haven't even cut the cable on. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, my Xbox hooks up to the TV. I get on there and watch YouTube, if anything. And that's great. I only have it to watch live sporting events. But I need to check out this AAF and stuff like that. But I told y'all I got the little one. She's all super hooked on fucking Dragon Ball Z now. That's all she's been talking about the last couple of days is fucking Dragon Ball Z and Gohan and motherfucking me shit like that. So that's fucking cool. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if I watch television, it's gonna be some fucking cartoon. Man, I watched y'all seen that Big Mouth. Big Mouth had a little Valentine's Day special. It was extra strange. Big Mouth is a show that definitely pushes a lot of boundaries that I don't care for, but it's funny, so I watch it. But let's talk about the Northam situation. That he still has. There's like I forgot what the exact numbers were, but it was like a 21% difference in support, like positive on the support side, in the African American community. I didn't go T'Challa. I ain't seen T'Challa in a while. Listen to sports on the radio. That's the best way to do it because you almost feel more passion for it, especially if you know you got local commentators. Big Mouth is off the wall. Let's see. But talking about the Governor Northam, that's funny because that Fairfax dude said he thinks that, you know, first he had that first one, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna tell y'all something super funny. I support Fairfax, and I'm gonna tell y'all why I support it. I don't know if he did that shit or not. because he basically said it's hard for me to. I guess you could, but I don't think like because basically he said Gal still kept in touch with him. After that, even months after that, they had talked and had dinner and all that other stuff. And it wasn't like it was vaginal rape. She basically said that he raped her mouth, is what she said. I'm gonna be honest. That seems like if you didn't want to do that, would be some of the worst head ever. I mean, it would just seem like it would be terrible. I don't think that you can do that. All she would have to do is get real toothy, and it would be over with. But basically, I don't know if they called it. I don't know if she called it rape, but I'm just using the word. But I think she basically said, basically she called it more like sexual harassment. Said he forced her head down and made her perform oral sex, and then they left out the hotel room. Like that's my thing. I would just think that you just had to get real toothy or be real bad at it. Because the dude is gonna be like, man, fuck this shit. Because I told y'all the story once about the pit bull. That shit was terrible. And that was a willing situation. I was like, man, fuck this. Do we have other options here? Because this is not working. But that's what I'm saying. Like, all you'd have to do is, look, all she would have to do is be a carrot scraper. You scrape a little carrot, you're going to be like, fuck this, I'm done. I'm cool on that. But so then a second accuser comes out. But he says, he thinks that it might be Northam trying to encourage these people so that way it gets the attention off of Northam and, onto him, because he's the one that's getting booted while the other guys are rocking blackface. And then in Virginia, they did a survey and they said of the white people in Virginia, they said that 11% have worn or know someone who's worn blackface. All 11% of those people wore blackface. God damn it, they ain't know nobody. The person they knew was them. God damn it. But not in all seriousness, the thing about Fairfax is they said that he was talking about it, and one of these snitching ass reporter basically said that I guess that they were doing an interview, and something came up along the lines of the conversation, or kind of not in the interview, but somebody I guess was talking to him there, or they were saying, I forgot exactly what the situation was, but basically, old buddy said, "Fuck that bitch." They brought up the thing, she's accusing you such, and he was like, man, fuck that bitch. Man, I ain't mad at that nigga for that shit. If somebody accused me, again, I don't know if his situation was false or not, but you accused me, that's the first 3 words coming out of my mouth. That's the first 3 things. Man, Honcho, that bitch said you, such and such said that you did. Man, and that'd probably be 4 words. Man, fuck that bitch. That would be exactly what you would hear. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it for y'all. I'm not gonna be like, oh, that's terrible. Well, man, fuck that bitch. Whether I did it or not, God damn it. But no, like I said, I ain't do no shit like that. God damn it, fuck that bitch. That'd probably be that'd probably be like verbatim what you would hear from me. Unfortunately, but fortunately. But again, the Gucci blackface situation, interesting. I have no problem with that fucking Mr. Popo outfit that Gucci was selling. All right, like fuck all that shit. Motherfuckers be looking for a reason to get mad about some shit. That's what we should have been talking about. This is what we're gonna talk about, because I'm finna be dropping some videos in the next few days on a couple of things. But that fucking Mr. Popo outfit, that's all the fuck that shit was. The fucking all black shit with the little mouth. Motherfuckers want to say, oh, that looks like a racist. If you don't know, like Gucci, they have a lot of shit that they emulate from animes and shit like that. I forgot which one they had. They had some old super expensive shit, but I'm not saying that was the case. But I don't think that shit was necessarily blackface. Like, man, what? Pickle said, Mr. Popo, shit. The nigga who played on Yamcha fucking baseball team. I think it was Yamcha. Wasn't it Yamcha? It was 10 or Yamcha. Yamcha. Yamcha had the scar, right? So fucking Yamcha had the fucking he had a black dude on his fucking baseball team. Yeah, that motherfucker had the big lips and the dark face. He started to fight and shit. So I mean, it is what it is. I understand it was Yamcha. What's up, Scott Lauderdale? What's the motherfucking deal? But I remember that shit. So it was like shit. You know, my thing. His voice is classified, but like my thing is, you know, it is what it is. I understand the historical context of all the shit, but I think sometimes people be fucking reaching for shit. If a motherfucker want to waste their money, exactly. If they want to waste that fucking money, all that money with a motherfucking for an ugly ass, with a lot of that shit be fucking ugly. Speaking of Gucci, who was that? Was it the Gucci headband that Soulja Boy had on? Well, that shit look like some shit you get from the flea market. But Piccolo was supposed to be a Moor. That's interesting because he didn't know where he was from until whatchamacallit them told him. Because him and Kami, they didn't know, and he was like, they was fucking from Namek or whatever. Somebody said Michael the Prince. Ooh. Michael had the hits, okay, but Prince had the hoes. I got more action to Prince than Michael, and that's not saying I got a whole lot of action to Prince. So let's clarify that. But I've probably, I could definitely say less than 4 encounters, but I don't think I've had any encounters to no Michael Jackson music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would be honest. Like, it's been a couple of times that, whoa, don't you ever compare Prince and Young Thug. Let's not ever go there. But Prince, you know, sometimes I had to bathe the hoes in the waters of Lake Honchotonka. But Prince was definitely Prince definitely had better music for the ladies. Let's see. Prince batted for both teams. I think he might have batted for one team, might have caught for the other. Ooh, Players Club or Set It Off. Set It Off, and I'll be very upset. I hope they don't ever. I think Nipsey Hussle a real one. That boy still showed love to Cardi B. You know, when it's your time, it's your time. Let me see something. Let me make sure I. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the better movie was Set It Off. But when I was a young man, a younger man, movies about strip clubs, well, hey, Jack, you got to take all the advantage of that as you can. Queen Latifah was the most gangster motherfucker. I don't think niggas give Queen Latifah her credit because she was one of the most gangster motherfuckers in any movie ever. And so I would definitely say, but she had to, but I can't lie, Queen Latifah had her little lesbian friend out there dancing in the money and shit. But they had that old goofy bitch who was fucking up. Queen Latifah kept it all the way real in that hoe. Yeah, that's what I say. That's when Lisa Ray was fucking fine. Boys in the Hood of Minister Society. God damn. I think I'm gonna go with Minister Society. I'm gonna have to go with Minister Society. Matter of fact, I don't know if y'all seen that shit. I saw some shit earlier. A motherfucker that, you know, I knew could be making the little low riders and shit. In the fucking cars that automatically, you know, that they be having little switches and shit for little model cars. Man, tell me why a motherfucker made a model car with the nigga that shot Ricky in the back. The window rolled down and everything, and the little nigga pop up and the little fucking shotgun come up. Made the exact same little red car. Made the fucking a model version of that shit. And the motherfucker was tweaking the little shit. The little window come down. The little nigga with the little gun pop up and all that shit. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Motherfuckers be doing too goddamn much. But yeah, they fucking really be on some other shit. Let's see. Bad Dance is quite unique. Purple Rain, When Doves Cry was good. Let me think, man. Pussy Control. Whoo. Cash Money taking over for the 9-9 in the 2000. And not a knock against Death Row, but just because them boys was doing it in the South, and the South was getting no love, dog. So I gotta go with Cash Money. My girl likes to party all the time. But damn it, I said I was gonna talk about something earlier. I gotta scroll back, see if I can get remember what I was gonna say. Damn it. See, I started asking all these questions. I forgot what the fuck I was talking about. Talking about Gucci. I want to say it had something to do with the. Oh yeah. So, you know, he having headbands in 2012. Goddamn. So Yamcha was cold as hell at baseball, but couldn't fight. Yeah, but he swore up and down, that boy. He swore up and down he can fight though. Yamcha, you couldn't tell him I'm ready to fight. I want to fight. I got broke off with the quickness. But here's the deal. Something I want to talk about, and I need y'all's input because there's been a lot of these things that have happened, and I want to know how y'all feel because I'm going to do a video a little bit more concentrated on this topic soon. But I want to know how y'all feel. I want to know what you guys think. Twitter, especially Black Twitter. So this is your chance. Yes, this is your chance to have input on a recorded then video. Twitter, but mostly Black Twitter, is always trying to cancel some shit. So right now we're supposed to be canceling Gucci, right? I ain't canceling the guy. I don't even own no Gucci, but if I come across some Gucci, I ain't canceling that shit. I'm gonna keep that shit. Sell that shit on eBay. But Black Twitter's always canceling some shit, right? But does that shit ever truly really get canceled? Like right now they talking about cancel Gucci. What the fuck? Niggas ain't nobody finna do that shit. Not too long ago, they was talking about cancel some fucking, I forgot which hotel, Holiday Inn or some shit. They ain't fucking, niggas ain't doing that. What the fuck? They niggas ain't canceling no goddamn Holiday Inns. It's always cancel this person, cancel R. Kelly. R. Kelly still selling out his little Ricky Dean concert, about to go to Australia and set it off. You know, or mute R. Kelly. It's always cancel some shit with black folks and Twitter, or people period, but niggas especially. They be on some old, I'm offended by something, let's cancel that shit. And then that shit don't ever get canceled. Like that shit ends up fucking doing better than ever. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. I think the only thing that was like successfully canceled, and I'm sure she low-key doing all right, someone was like Paula Deen. Outside of that, I can't think of anything that fucking, you know, especially black Twitter has gone after talking about canceling it that really got canceled. You know what I'm saying? The Jay-Z and P. Diddy, it looked interesting because they had some interesting folks. There wasn't Kevin Hart there and some shit going on. You know, that's a very interesting situation there. I didn't really see the full details of it, but I got to see. You know, I need to see what all was going on there. Now they trying to cancel BET because they mad because they said something about Nicki Minaj. Like, I canceled BET a long time ago, so I ain't even worried about that shit. BET is terrible. Like, they need to fucking do some other shit. Oh man, I don't even get started on that. BET is terrible. The BET, I want to say, single-handedly ruined the black community. Maybe not single-handedly, but they had a fucking big hand in that shit. You know what I'm saying? I wish I would watch some goddamn BET. Fuck them goddamn fuck their awards and shit. Yamcha or Krillin. Krillin was way stronger than Yamcha. Yeah, so Yamcha was the weaker one. And then it was what? Because wasn't TN like next? Because TN he wanted to be Goku so bad, him and his little partner or whatever. Shut my ass, black people, just the whole boycott shit, fuck a Bob, how this shit don't exist. The real powers and ownership, exactly. The BET Awards fight, oh man. Nope, I don't even remember. I ain't seen them shits. They say Oprah Winfrey has a better channel. BT. Well, she got that. How do you want to call it? Oxygen. It's not oxygen. Her shit is own. She owns. She let y'all know. She let y'all know what her shit is. Oprah Winfrey Network. Nah, bitch. I own this shit. So yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like that goes back to the point that I was talking about earlier. You know, about supporting the bullshit and then wondering why. Does BET? I don't know if anybody still watches, but I remember when BET used to have BET News. And I don't even know if that shit is a thing. I doubt it's a thing anymore. Niggas don't watch no motherfucking news. So you got to fight Bone Crusher or Rick Ross. I'd probably go with Rick Ross. Bone Crusher got like a cane. His ass got too big for his own good. He can barely walk and shit. You know what I'm saying? Soul Train, man. Yeah. Don Cornelius, so suspect ass. Let's say Krillin's a superior fighter of Earth, the Dragon Ball Z universe, aside from extraterrestrials and androids. Yeah, that's what I say. He's the strongest human, and then everybody else is they're all illegal aliens. Oh man, I got nothing for neither one of those. If I gotta watch either one, I guess I don't want to watch none of them. I don't want to watch shit about people getting arrested. But Tien was stronger than Krillin. Hercule is terrible. But if I had to watch one, I'd probably rather watch Cops because you're going to see some more off the wall shit. You know what fucking I've been seeing a lot. What is that shit? That live PD shit. Like America is a crazy place, and I swear it has to be old people watching that shit. I don't know. It's probably some young people watching that shit, but live PD and like you watching motherfuckers get arrested in real time. I don't want to see that shit. Like my thing is, yes, if you do bad, you gotta go to jail. You gotta go do what you gotta do. Take care of your business. But I ain't just trying to sit here and just watch motherfuckers get arrested. That's for a motherfucker that's been arrested. That's a terrible feeling, dog. That's the Jeffersons. The Jeffersons all the way. But that's a terrible fucking feeling, man. Like, it's just a bad deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, if you done your dirt, you got to do what you got to do. But fuck that shit, dog. That shit is a terrible, terrible show. But I'm sure people are watching that shit and fucking, they just like, fuck it. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, how can you, like, wasting time out of your real life, like, to watch people repeatedly go to jail? You know what I'm saying? He was Sebastian and Naming during his potential release by a guru. He was training with King Kai not to be this kind. I say, okay. See, now, there's some parts, like I say, I know I've missed. Like I said, I haven't caught up with some of the newer stuff, and I don't even know if that's newer. And I know that there were some big chunks that I missed out of Z when I was younger. So a lot of shit, like I said, I'm catching back up on. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of shit I fucking forgot. But I was like I said, a lot of shit I'm catching back up on. But like I said, I know that they got like the SS3 or the Alpha, whatever the fucking new ones they are. Like I have no idea. I haven't seen it. They say it's fun because you're free. Yeah. But like, no, because then if you, like I said, if you've ever been fucking ready, make sure you have, like, you fucking have PTSD and shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking thinking about that fucking shit. So that shit is terrible, man. That shit is terrible, terrible. Some ex-boyfriends on Cops in the late 90s. My husband hates their shows. So he was the cop. Okay, I was about to say, damn. Interesting. That's funny. That's a different perspective. I was about to say, oh, hold on, Sarah like them gangsters. I thought he was on the other side. But man, Bad Boys, fucking Ani Kamosi. That hoe was. I wonder if they still eating off of that. I wonder if they still alive. I guess I don't even fucking know. But you know, it is what it is. So here's the deal. It's not that here's the deal. Just here's the deal. So I'm thinking about things. I'm trying to think about the cancellations and how none of them are ever successful. These boycotts. Like, think about it. What was the other shit that the H&M, right? Wasn't niggas supposed to be boycotting H&M? What happened to that shit? That shit was less than successful. That shit happened for like a whole 2 days. And that's my thing is, you know, it's easy to boycott. It's easy to tear shit up. It's all of this shit. Like Baker Man said, it's about ownership. Why don't you provide a better alternative? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You ain't lying about that, Baker Man. But like, cause it was killing me, man. When motherfuckers went to H&M and they was tearing the stores up. What good did that do? I'm sure these stores are insured for shit like this, the damage. So you ain't doing nothing but putting some money and then some back in their pocket. And then they probably took all the clothes that were salvageable and probably sold them at the fucking, what they call them hoes, wherever they do like the little discounts at a fucking outlet or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that. If it's a place or something that I don't like, that I don't feel like treats me well or whatever, I'm finna go somewhere else. I'm not finna make a big deal about it. I'm not finna make a whole scene about it. You know, I'm not out here trying to influence, hey, man, look, well, this place, you shouldn't go there because, well, what did you do to influence them in that behavior? Go to Ross, yeah, they probably do. You know what I'm saying? Say, do have insurance for stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. So it's like they're not losing for that shit. You know what I mean? Like, they're not hurting for that shit. You really think you're doing some shit like it's to a person who's uninformed or uneducated about certain shit. Like, because maybe doing damage to your own property would hurt you, it's not hurting these places that are insured in case of these type of events. Again, the little monkey kid shirt, everybody was mad about it, but who they never talked to, who it should have been, first and foremost, was the fucking monkey kid and his parents. The mom said he'd been doing it. She had no problem. Mom did not complain about the shit. She didn't care about the shit. Matter of fact, I believe he had choices of some of the shit that he could wear. And she was there and okay with the shit. So if she didn't have a problem with it, who are we to have a problem with what the kid was doing? She got compensated. The kid got compensated. Excuse me. Why am I mad about that shit? Coolest monkey in the jungle. Like, I swear sometimes motherfuckers be, ooh, that's a tough one. I'm talking about Hulkamania, brother. Hulk is kind of a pervert, and you find that out later in life. But I'm kind of a pervert too, so I ain't got no problem with Hulk. Stone Cold wasted a lot of beer, but Stone Cold he was over the top. I probably have to go Stone Cold. Attitude Era was the best era of wrestling. But my thing is, I'm not out here, and I can't justify going out here getting mad for someone else. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what you have. You have a lot of people who are so unhappy, and what they do is they see themselves in some situation, and then they're like, well, I'm mad because of this. That's you. What about the people who are actually there? If they're not mad, if they're not upset about it, then why are you making a fucking big deal about the shit? Like, it's just certain things I can't get into. You know, some people agree, some people disagree. And that's why I say I just kind of be, you know, some people are going to agree with things I say don't. But it's just like, man, fuck that shit, man. Doink. Oh, man. What wrestling game was that? Now, this was before WCW, NWO, and all that other stuff. I want to say it was on PlayStation. And when you used to wrestle, like, you used to fight each other, when you would hit each other, like, all kind of shit would fly. So, like, you fight Doink, I want to say it was, like, cakes and clown shit would come out of him. Like, Undertaker, like, bats and shit would come out, fall out. Like, it wasn't, like, no blood or anything, but it was just, like, a bunch of fucking, you know, a little weird shit. I forgot which one that was. But it was one of those wrestling games where that shit was thrown off. Man, Benoit. Man. Who was my boy, the crazy motherfucker, with the cross-faced chicken wing? Was that Backlund? Bob Backlund? I want to say that's who it was. Bob Backlund. Okay, cool. Rock bottom, people's elbow. It's a wrap. Like, see, this thing be killing me because sometimes it be on the eat the pistachios. Sometimes it still be saying smoke the pistachios. Rey Mysterio was a beast, man. I fucked with Rey Mysterio. The luchadors, man. Mexican wrestling used to be super crazy. I don't know if it's the motherfuckers be stabbing each other with fucking forks and shit. You know what I'm saying? They lose an eyeball. They were talking about that one time. I think it was Jake the Snake fought Macho Man, and the Snake really bit his motherfucking ass. Like they had to like prep him for that shit. That motherfucker was like, but Macho Man was saying that he ran up on Jake the Snake and was like, you got to let that motherfucker bite you first so I can make sure that this bitch ain't, venomous and ain't going to kill me, because he thought they was trying to kill him for real. That powder make you think some crazy shit. And so he had to do some, they prepped the snake up, and old buddy had to get bit by the snake, before the fight. And then once he saw all that shit was cool, then, after that, he took the bite or whatever. That shit was wild. I never really got into ECW too much, so I'd have to go WCW. Mitchell. That's fucking funny. The Rock over Stone Cold Ollie. The Rock was the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. Still is. When The Rock left, that's what I probably haven't really been fucking with fucking wrestling since then. And every time he would kind of pop back up, do a little special something or so, I would fuck with it. Nobody had the lines like The Rock. Poontang Pie. Like right now, The Rock is like a kid's hero. All the little kids love him and shit. The Rock pushed the wrestling to its edge. You know what I'm saying? Rikishi, come on with the what was Rikishi said, the stink face. Look, me and Rikishi would have to fight for real. Like, look, nigga, you ain't putting your ass in my face. Fuck all that shit. No telling what the fuck you just ate beforehand. Exactly. The Brock had the best. He's like, I remember one time he's like, there's all types of pie, like apple pie, like pecan pie, and something else. And he's like, but my favorite is poontang pie. Man, the Rock's intro music was great. Like, The Rock just had his whole persona was legit from top to bottom. Know your role and shut your mouth. John Cena, I seen John Cena. Like, John Cena's cool, I guess, because he came a little bit after. That's kind of when I stopped watching. I remember like running into John Cena on accident. I didn't even know who the fuck he was. Like, cause I'm taller than John Cena. Like, I seen him. He was down here working out at a 24-hour fitness. This was back in 04. Hold on, let me not lie to you. I want to say it was 04. It was either late 04 or early 05. And I was just going to sign up for a membership at a fucking 24-hour fitness, because it was like I want to say this was the first time I had left U of H, and I was out there fucking up, and I was thinking about going back, so I was like, I had to go, and I want to start working out. And so I went and signed up for a little membership, did the little tour thing, they walk you around. It wasn't really shit. And as I'm walking out, I'm trying to remember if this was either the time I did the tour that I actually I only went to go work out like one time there, and then ended up going back to school. And so I'm trying to remember if it was the one time I worked out, the time I did the tour. But like I said, because it was so nonchalant, I didn't even realize it was him until after I fucking had like went into the parking lot. So I can't remember if I was checking in or what. I had to be. I can't fucking remember, but I remember seeing the dude because I was looking at my shoes. I forgot what. All I remember was he had some throwed ass Air Force Ones. That's all I remember. These motherfuckers was like a suede, fucking greenish kind of color. I'm like, man, them hoes was throwed. And then I kind of looked. I looked like, who the fuck wearing these shoes? And I looked. I was like, okay, just some random swole ass white dude with some throwed ass Air Force Ones. You know, seen his face and everything. And then it didn't hit me until like I was out in the parking lot in the car. And I was like, oh, motherfucker, that was goddamn John Cena. And it was like, well, that was cool. and fucking kept on strolling. Like, but again, because I didn't think nothing of it. You know, you motherfuckers, you always just think motherfuckers, you know, it's big. And then I forget, I guess, how big I am sometimes, though. And I just don't know, maybe I just expected him to be bigger than what the fuck he was. Not he was swole, you know what I'm saying? But I guess I expected him to be taller or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't fucking know. The RKO out of nowhere. What y'all talking about? Oh, that did, man. Katrina or Harvey? This nigga here. We talk about worse. Depends on how you look at it. And this is what I'm gonna say two things. Harvey was devastating. Still is. Still people got, you know, dealing with shit from Harvey. But you still got niggas in Houston dealing with shit from fucking Katrina. And that is the fucking New Orleaners who stayed and never went back fucking home and fucking just changed the whole landscape of Houston. Bret the Hitman Hart is the motherfucking GOAT. You're not lying. Bret the Hitman Hart was a motherfucking gangster. A fucking gangster. Like, slapped the shit out of fucking spit on Vince McMahon, stole Vince McMahon, like was the real motherfucking deal. But yeah, Katrina definitely left decades of residual effects on the city of Houston. So there's that. I don't know, man. I don't know, Heidi. We'll say build a wall and we'll keep you out, but those damn Germans, they're crafty. You'll find a way to get over it. Jim Ross was great. He was. Nugget. Oh, man. I remember seeing that shit when that shit happened. It just did not seem correct. Something didn't seem right when that happened. But Bret Hart was legit. The Hitman was legit. JR. Fucking Sweet Chin Music was legit. Let's see. I'm trying to think who had a good finisher. Who had I don't know. You know who was kind of so-so. I'm gonna be honest. I think we briefly had talked about some wrestling the other day. And the more I think about it, I'm just like, he was really kind of I think Goldberg was kind of overrated. I mean, really. Like, the streak was a thing, and the spear was cool. That's a goddamn football move. Ain't nothing original about that. You know, he really was overrated. Jason, what's the motherfucking deal, Jason? Good to see you, man. But it was just, I guess, all the hype around him. Motherfucker come in and have the wrestling match, the version of a fucking Tyson fight. Coming that bitch be over in 17 seconds or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, Goldberg is, he really didn't have the personality to me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Goldust would fucking, yeah, this is Goldust era. He missed his time. Goldust was super suspect. Val Venus was a strange character. Who else? Who else was a strange character? Because they had a couple of strange ones, man. Again, the New Age. I used to like the New Age Outlaws, though. That motherfucker was all right. Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody. Oh man, that's all them years run together for me. Goddamn, that's all like 99, 02, and 08. That's like all 1 year. You know what I'm saying? That's I was living too fast. So you gotta be more specific. Say first time at a den. Well, welcome, man, Beth. That's what I say. The name does. That it wasn't familiar. Like sometimes I know I miss folks, but glad you enjoy it, man. This is the den. Every night at 10, tell your friends. 10 p.m. Central. Ox Baker. I don't know. It rings I gotta see. Undertaker gotta retire. He'll go out like Ric Flair. Ric Flair said he invented the drip, man. But Booker T has a show on 610 that's pretty good where he talks about wrestling. And it's a real good show. Casio, what's the motherfucking I remember that shit. Yeah, because I think I was I forgot who I was with, but I remember I was talking about that because we all went to that little 707. Then they were talking about they picked up Booker T. I think his car broke down or some shit. That shit was fucking funny. God damn it, Booker T. Get your shit together. But TT Child hating on Booker T. I can't believe such things. But Booker T, when Booker T, Booker T is most famous for "We coming for you, nigga. We coming for you." Ooh. That fucking shit right there. He said Big Show. I saw somebody say Big Show or somebody else. I was never a Big Show fan. So I don't know if that sounds right. But was never really a big Show fan. And I forgot who you said Big Show or who else. But yeah, them definitely some power cleans, man. They terrible. I don't know if I can even do that shit. Now, doctor say I need a backiotomy. China. Ooh. I feel bad for China. It's unfortunate the way her career went out. You know, for her to be what she was at one point in time. And matter of fact, did I just not see we had so many different fucking names. 1, 2, 3 Kids, 6, X-Pac, all that fucking shit. Because he was out there too. That's a life. That's a hell of a life that them wrestlers live, man. China is dead. China clocked out some years ago. I don't know if she had an overdose or what it was. Triple H is a whole ass motherfucker, dog. It's a whole ass motherfucker. Ladder match or steel cage. Ooh, that's a good one. That's tough. That's real tough. Maybe a ladder match. I might have to go with. That's a tough one, man. That's super close. That's a hard one because then I think about what was it, Undertaker and Mankind when he threw him through the damn thing. They thought he fucking died. Mankind was one of the greats. Wasn't the most athletic, but exactly he was either Mankind, Mick Foley, Dude Love. And at first I was like, man, who are all these? Didn't realize it's the same motherfucker. It was a Hell in a Cell. Okay. Wrestling, man, fucking wrestling motherfuckers. You couldn't have no siblings or no smaller friends. You was gonna be doing all kind of wrestling moves on the motherfuckers after watching wrestling and shit. I remember I didn't have cable when I was younger, and so like the neighbors in the apartments, like across the way, they was good friends. My mom was good friends with them or whatever. So, you know, and I'd go over there and hang out. I'd always leave after the wrestling went off, but you know, there was some little white kids. They was cool. Back then, they were cool. Now, you know, things change. Things change a lot. It's very It's upsetting how things change. But heard some things that hurt me deep to my heart, you know. But after every fucking episode of wrestling, the dude would go and put all the fucking wrestling moves on his fucking sister, be trying to throw her all off the couch and do all kind of shit. That shit would be fucking hilarious. Every fucking time. It never failed. However the fucking show ended, that's basically how his sister was finna get fucking whoever the main event was, whatever their finisher was, that's basically what was finna happen to his sister. It was a wrap. Raw, man. I gotta go with Raw all day. Raw is war. What you talking about? Now, when they split all that shit up, I didn't catch up with all that shit when they split everything up. What? Oh, man. An Android sidekick. Man, remember when sidekicks were the thing? Remember, like, two-way pagers, sidekicks, razor phones, fucking, man. Because we know iPhone ain't going to do it. iPhone makes one design, and that's it. Fucking, that's wild. Trish Stratus. I remember, I think Jason just mentioned the puppies. Sable, yeah. Sable with the puppies. Puppies! That's fucking funny as shit. Man, you know, now they still say, oh yeah, that little moto. Fucking, you know what they say now is like the number one phone, well, not the number one phone, but the phone most drug dealers want is that old Nokia everybody used to have that they played fucking Snake on. And because they can't, you know, they don't have GPS tracking for it. You know what I'm saying? And so they fucking, that's like the phone that most British or English or whatever the fuck you want to call them, drug dealers and gangsters are using. Like, they pay big money for those fucking phones. I want to feel like I still got one in my mama house somewhere. Goddamn. Call them, Mama, you ain't seen that Nokia? You know, the one that used to have the free minutes after 9? Yeah, I need that shit. I need some free minutes. I'm going to go First Blood because I don't know. I don't recall Three Stages of Hell. Well, you'd have to remind me what the details of Three Stages of Hell were. First Blood is where I'd have to go because I'm familiar with that one. But it was a yellow and black flip phone. Oh man, don't let me lie to you. When everybody had Primeco telephones, that fucking little them motherfuckers up and disappeared with the quickness. Little Primeco alien, them goddamn government phones. Primeco, and what was the one? Who was the other company that disappeared pretty quick? Singular. Fucking Singular, the little orange company. And it's funny how you can identify a company. That shit he hit, the fucking logo used to look like a fucking Nickelodeon logo or some shit. Yes, I was trying to get me a Primeco, switching from the Motorola to the Primeco phone. Man, I'm telling y'all don't know nothing about that youngster, man. Singular got bought out by AT&T. Okay, that's what happened to. I remember it was something. But yeah, like I said, all these motherfuckers. That's the wild shit. That's some throwbacks. See, y'all youngsters don't know nothing about that right now. Hold on. Matter of fact, speaking of the youngsters not knowing, let me see something about something may have quietly happened here. That let me take a look. Oh shit. I didn't even realize the fucking shit went out on me. Goddamn stream fucked up. Uh-oh, man. Well, it might be a few minutes lead. You gotta be careful, 335. Shane, yeah, man. Is he still involved at all? Because it seemed like I say, Triple H made a power play. Like I don't fuck with Triple H. I never really liked him. You know, I was never really even sold on him with the whole degeneration, with DX shit. But you know, it's just see, y'all youngsters would zone out over the wrestling talk. Snoop Dogg overrated, man. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about motherfucking Snoop Dogg. Y'all know I'll be all over the place. The later it gets in the den stream, you know, I'll just be all over the place wherever the conversation takes it. Snoop Dogg and T.I. with this whole activist shit. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, once these motherfuckers start, like, once niggas' careers start dying, even Jay-Z, you throw him in there too. Like, once the careers start dying, they got to do something to continue to have fucking attention. You know what I mean? And so they start doing all this bullshit. They start with this crying shit. Like, y'all got to get off the gas because that shit is terrible. Like, Snoop don't know what the fuck he want to do. This motherfucker dropping gospel, reggae, this nigga singing. Snoop used to be porno, and yeah, in America's Most Wanted, porno, murder was the case that they gave me. Slim with the tilted brim, what's my name, fool? Snoop used to be like, Snoop went from the motherfucker like everybody feared to Martha Stewart's best friend. And my thing is like, come on, this dude here, and I'm not mad at you. You got to be able to adapt. You got to be able to transition. But stay in your fucking lane, you know. Snoop got opinions on everybody's shit, and because I want to say it was something with the Kanye situation that happened. He had a whole bunch to chime in on that shit. But it's like, my nigga, you look real foolish, you know, talking about Kanye a coon and he, you know, all this other stuff. But you sipping tea with Martha Stewart, and a couple of her amigas. You know, and you got something to say. You look like you at a fucking tea party, dude. Like, get the fuck out of here. Let's see. Hold on. Uh-oh. What everybody's been waiting for. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we have calling in to the den this evening?
It's Edmund.
What's the motherfucking deal? Edmund, I think everybody's been waiting to see how you've been this evening.
Well, doing pretty good. Finally got a good workout. My shot's doing better, so okay. I'm confident for tomorrow.
Okay. Gonna fuck around and get a triple double?
Yeah, I'm gonna go like Harden, 30 straight 30-point games.
Okay. So,
but I had a question regarding to the Grammys.
Okay, what you got?
Why did so many people bash on Travis Scott's performance? And do you think that he's getting more hate than love? And is it because of the fact that he uses so much auto-tune in his live performances?
I didn't see his performance, but I mean his whole thing is auto-tune, so I'm pretty sure that has something to do with it. I'm gonna be honest, and you know, Travis Scott is a H-Town dude, whatever. I blame Travis Scott partially for the Texans losing in the playoffs because you ain't never see him represent the Texans until that fucking game. But that's neither here nor there. But Travis Scott, I really can't vibe with him too much, man. Like, honestly, like, that's not Houston sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the Houston sound. to me. And again, I'm not knocking him, you know, be different, be you, be who you are. And I love the fact that he, you know, represents the city and all of this stuff, but it's just something about it. I cannot get into it, man. I cannot get into his music. I know everybody's all on that Astro. Yes, he uses all the H-Town references, but that whole shit was like, I don't know to me, man. You know, Sicko Mode wasn't all that. Like, none of those songs were really just that great. Maybe I'm, again, like I said, maybe I'm old school, maybe I'm whatever, but just not my vibe, man. So I really don't care about what happened with Travis Scott unless he sponsors Saw Sports, then I don't give a shit. No, yeah. So
do you think he's using that Houston, like that Mo City back, like his representing Mo City? Is he using kind of that as a leverage to still, you know, fuck around and I guess quote unquote represent Houston, or do you think he's, you know, converted to more of your typical Cali rapper?
I wouldn't even say he's Cali. I'll be honest. First time I heard that dude, I thought he was from fucking Atlanta, like straight up and down, like just the way he looked, the way he sounded. I thought he was an Atlanta dude. But the thing about him is, I mean, we talked about it briefly, and I'll explain another reason why I don't care for him here shortly. But I don't think he really I don't think he has that street credit. People fuck with him because he puts on for the city. Like, you know, people want to hear about their city. They want to, you know, especially on a big stage. So they fuck with it because he's on another level than most artists, and he putting on for the city, so they fuck with it. So I think that's just really it. So we got a question though. The Den wants to know. The Den wants to know. So what happened with the situation? Did you unblock the number? Have you called back already? Have you went crawling back on your hands and knees? What is going on with the Edman's Love Life saga?
Well, I didn't really get a chance to resolve it yet. I'll probably update in the next few days because Valentine's Day is coming soon, and I'm going to that anti-Valentine's Day party on Friday. So,
okay,
so Thursday, I don't know what
an anti-Valentine's Day party, but you're looking for some loving. Is that basically?
Well, it's not.
Basically a cock block before you even get in there. So it's like you know, anti-Valentine's Day, you're not getting no love, you ain't getting no action. You know. But go ahead, what were you saying there?
No, I was just saying that I didn't get a chance to talk to the chick. I was too busy with, you know, different things, but I think I may talk to her tomorrow or Wednesday, try to see if we can sit down and have a conversation and see if we can find some sort of middle ground and go from there.
Okay. So what if you don't talk to her in the next few days and you happen to go to the party, she's at the party, and she's there surrounded by 2 or 3 other gentlemen entertaining their thirstiness? How would that make you feel, Ed, man?
Well, I would just say good luck with her, and hopefully you don't get any STDs. So.
Interesting. All right. Well, thank you for calling in, Ed, man, and you know, keep us updated.
All right, just one more question.
All right,
who would you rather have, Paul Wall or Bun B?
Bun B. Don't ever ask me that again.
Why do you hate Paul Wall? Like, or why would you rather have Bun B? Like, I think Paul Wall is like the most Houston rapper of all time. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little biased, but
Ed, man,
I don't see.
You're an immigrant, Ed, man, so I can't take your rap opinion on that. Man, here's the deal. Let's keep it realistic. Is Paul Wall more Houston than Bun B? Yes, because Bun B's from Port Arthur. And we're talking Texas. But, you know, you talk about they don't know, and you talk about some of these other things. You know, Bun B puts on for the city, too. But Bun B has done it in a manner way different, I think on a grander scale when it wasn't as easy to do. And I think he still did it on a larger scene. You know, Paul Wall, he's done the music thing and he's had a couple of hits, but Bun B has nationwide recognition for his music. Paul Wall is more known for the white guy from Houston that had the grills, but he could rap. Like he had a couple. Like I'm not saying Paul Wall never had it. Paul Wall had some hits, but Bun B's had way more. Bun B's done it through several generations. Bun B is a pioneer in Southern music. Bun B, UGK, you know, one half UGK. I mean, the rappers that you hear now from even they're a little older now, but they altered the way that these guys came up. Nobody's saying that, you know, Paul Wall is the reason why I rap this way, except for probably Riff Raff. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, you listen to all these rappers who are, you know, from T.I. to you listen to a lot of dudes even from Atlanta, a lot of rappers from, they're all gonna say UGK, you know, Bun B. This is why I rap like this. You know, he's getting love on the West Coast. Like, I mean, it is what it is. But you know, no, I mean, Paul Wall is not necessarily a pioneer, but I respect what he did. And Paul Wall's a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? He's a cool dude. But it's just like, if it came down to one or the other, all right, Beth, I appreciate you coming through. If it came down to one or the other, it would definitely is Bun B because of what he's done for the city and just the history he made for the music and Southern music, period.
Okay. I see. But I don't know. Would you say Bun B over Lil Keke or Slim Thug?
Yep.
Okay. All right, yeah, I was just curious. That's all I had.
Okay. I appreciate the call there, Ed, man.
All
right. Yeah. I'm laughing at Beyond the Funny nigga. Beyond the Funny nigga go into a rage. Every time Ed Man call, you tell him, shut that shit down. That's a tough one. 05 Kanye, 98 DMX. If we're talking about, especially during that time, who I probably preferred, probably 98 DMX. But if I'm talking about game changers, it was Kanye, hands down. Kanye changed the fucking game. Like, Kanye had niggas wearing fucking button-up shirts and shit, and the whole college dropout had niggas in the hood trying to go to college and shit, looking like college-ass niggas. But DMX he was just a unique. I wouldn't say DMX changed the game because motherfuckers couldn't quite be like him, I mean, unless you want to count, you know, Ja Rule or some shit. But fucking Kanye West opened up a new avenue for hip-hop music. So I would definitely have to say Devin the Dude is one of the greatest underrated rappers in the world. But the fact is, that dude can go anywhere in the world and will sell out venues because he is known. Like, you see that motherfucker going to Germany and all kind of off the wall places. Definitely Amsterdam. He definitely loves the Amsterdams. I'm telling y'all, whenever I get back to it won't ever go back to the Kush Den. That it will never go back to the Kush Den. But, you know, once I reach these goals and, you know, I say, okay, I'm allowed to undiscipline myself, you know, maybe on Saturdays. The goal will be, before it's all said and done, to have Devin the Dude in a den having a legitimate conversation. Devin and man, that's what I'm saying. It's like everybody I've ever heard who's just had an encounter with the dude just says he's a real cool, real just laid back dude. You know, he's not full of himself or nothing like that. The dude makes great life music, and you just gotta appreciate it. You just, you know, again, it's just the dude is just the dude, like straight up. That's the perfect name. So, you say you smoke with him a small shit, and that's what I'm saying. That's my goal before it's all said and done. Smoke a blizzle with Devin the Dude, and I would be say spinners, tinted windows. Fuck them goddamn spinners, babe. old gravity defying ass rims. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. Niggas used to think that shit was cool. Nigga, I'm over here moonwalking, nigga. My car moving. Man, fuck you and them wheels, nigga. I'm not trying to figure out the physics involved and trying to look cool and shit. Fuck all that shit. So definitely, bro, that makes Amsterdam look like Salt Lake City. Well, little do you know, it goes down in Salt Lake City. I don't know that. Nobody knows that. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Oh, it's Emmett again.
All right, Emmett, what would you like to drop in the den this evening?
So I don't know if you watched the surveillance video of Bow Wow and his girlfriend fighting.
I'm glad you brought that up. I wouldn't call that a fight, but I did see it. Makes me think a little bit less of Bow Wow. Now it makes me feel like Bow Wow just got his ass whooped. He started that shit, and that bitch beat the brakes off his bitch ass. So I definitely probably need to make a rebuttal video to that. And Bow Wow just got beat the fuck up. He's a whole ass nigga. You know, I understand yelling and being mad at you, lady. It happens. You know what I'm saying? It definitely happens. You know, you get argumentative. You know, you get a little feisty, but that shows me that he was definitely an instigator in the situation, and she just said "fuck this little ass nigga" and whooped his ass. That's what I think. She was like, man, fuck this nigga. Just beat that ass. Said fuck it. Yeah. So.
Do you believe that he deserved to be in jail for that, or was it still unjustified?
For that right there, that's not jail worthy. That's a slight domestic dispute. I don't think he, because I think he grabbed her hand or something like that. But from what I saw in the elevator, it wasn't. And he got in her face a little bit, and he grabbed her hand, so it wasn't. I don't think that was jail worthy, but I don't know what took place in the hotel room, and I think she whooped his ass. You got something. You're getting the brown paper bag there, Ed Man?
No, that was it.
Okay, alrighty. Well, we appreciate the call, Ed Man.
All right, bet.
No. I don't know what's going on there. The other sounds, it was a little strange there, Ed Man. I think you got to do that on your own time there. I don't know what was going on, brother. But didn't sound too good, brother. Ed Man has definitely become one of the more interesting parts of the show, I see, in the last few days. Ed Man's relationship. I can only imagine if the Den had some of this action going on when Ed Man was having the bowling issue. Man, matter of fact, though, I remember he talked about a place called Pluckers, and I saw one the other day. I was in I had to kind of drive all over the city, and happened to pass one. I was like, what the fuck is a Pluckers? And I saw that. So interesting. See, Ed Man about to go watch Players Club. That's what the fuck that is. But so you live across from Player, you better watch out, man. Ed Man gonna be taking dates over there. He's gonna run into you. You're gonna be like, is that Ed Man? Interesting. But here's the deal, folks. God damn, I hope not that part. That's the worst part to watch. That nigga Junior was tripping. But we finna get ready to wind it down, man. And I appreciate all of you joining this evening. Again, for those of you who fuck with Soft Sports, you didn't catch the message earlier, that we'll be splitting that into 2 separate channels. So the current channel will be all Texans talk, and then the follow-up channel will be for the rest of Houston sports. If you didn't get that memo, the TPS reports. And we'll be headed tomorrow, man. We'll be back in the conversation tomorrow, every night at 10, then at 10 p.m. Central. Invite a friend. Again, and if you ever have any thoughts or any ideas, anything that you want to share with the Den, a topic that comes to mind that you find of interest, feel free to, let me put the number up here, or the information up here. You can either, send a text message to the Den. You can email the Den at denshowlive@gmail. thedenshow.com is just going to take you to this channel just to make it easier for those. If you want to tell a friend about it, just tell them go to thedenshow.com, 10 o'clock. And 833-284-3336 or 833, the number 2, the Den. If you want to text something, if you want to, an idea for a topic for an evening stream, you know how it goes. So I want to say shout out to everybody. Shout out to Sarah for calling in. Good to finally hear the voice behind the name. The sports bra. Oh, yes. I got to make sure I slide some of that merch up there, but definitely. I appreciate y'all, man. I definitely do. And again, we'll be back at it. I appreciate it, Scott. Man, and I'll make sure you come back. We do this every night at 10, man. I think we behaved for the most part. I think I was on my own good behavior tonight. I don't think I did too bad. I don't think I did. Did I do any woman bashing tonight? I don't think I did. I think I was pretty good. I think I was good tonight. No woman bashing. So, VC, appreciate it, man. Appreciate every time you come through. Jaja, what's the motherfucking deal? But thanks to all of y'all, all of you guys, friends in the Den. You remember, we're all friends in the Den. And with that being said, hey, I appreciate y'all. Oh yeah, Edmund, he be fucking up the vibe. That's my boy. But Edmund come in, he started asking crazy stuff, and the conversation gets real peculiar. Start reaching in bags and shit. I don't know about that, man. But we gonna help him. We gonna help him get to the promised land. But y'all ain't got to go home, man. But y'all got to get the fuck up out of here, man. It's your boy at Honcho. I'm out. I appreciate y'all.